Oh. What's up, everybody? It's Neil, going on a social distance walk on the beach with my wife, Angie, back there. But yesterday I made some smoked ribs on the Traeger. They're called the 3-2-1 ribs. Total cook time is about 6 hours. Most likely you have everything in your kitchen, so let's get started. The recipe is called 3-2-1 barbecue baby back ribs. Our famously easy 3-2-1 ribs recipe will make your rib game the envy of the neighborhood. The super simple recipe takes all the confusion out of making ribs without sacrificing any flavor. Start by smoking your ribs for 3 hours, then cook inside foil for 2 hours, and finish by removing from foil and brushing on sauce for up to 1 hour. For the ingredients, we will need pork back ribs, mustard, apple juice, Worcestershire sauce, Traeger pork and poultry rub, which I didn't have. I simply used some Cajun seasoning called Slap Ya Mama, brown sugar, honey, Traeger barbecue sauce. And again, I simply just used whatever barbecue sauce we had in the fridge. Step 1, if your butcher has not already done so, remove the thin silver skin membrane from the bone side of the ribs by working the tip of a butter knife or a screwdriver underneath the membrane over a middle bone. Use paper towels to get a firm grip, then tear the membrane off. I got lucky. I was able to grab them with my fingertips, and I just pulled it off. Step 2, in a small bowl, combine the mustard, quarter cup of the apple juice, reserve the rest for later, and the Worcestershire sauce. Spread the mixture thinly on both sides of the ribs and season with your rub of choice. When ready to cook, set the Traeger temperature to 180 degrees and preheat. Lid closed for 15 minutes. Smoke the ribs, meat side up, for 3 hours. So when you're getting ready to do the cook, the startup process is the same. You set the dial to smoke, turn the Traeger on. Once it starts to smoke, then you can set it to your desired temperature and let it preheat. After the ribs have smoked for 3 hours, transfer them to a trim baking sheet and increase the grill temperature to 225. Tear off 4 long sheets of heavy-duty aluminum foil, top with a rack of ribs, and pull up the sides to keep the lid enclosed. Sprinkle half the brown sugar on the rack, then top with half the honey and half the remaining apple juice. Use a bit more apple juice if you want more tender ribs. Lay another piece of foil on top and tightly crimp the edges so there is no leakage. Repeat with the remaining rack of ribs. I didn't stack the ribs, I simply made just 2 different foil packets with the ribs. Return the foiled ribs to the grill and cook for an additional 2 hours. At that time, I just went ahead and I filled the hopper and made sure that there was enough so that I could disappear for 2 hours because I went for a little skate sesh. Insert footage here. San Diego's finest, making sure we're distance, using the beach for passive use only. San Diego's finest. Carefully remove the foil from the ribs and brush the ribs on both sides with Traeger Q sauce or whatever barbecue sauce you have. Discard the foil, arrange the ribs directly on the grill grate, and continue to grill until the sauce tightens 30 to 60 minutes more. Let the ribs rest for a few minutes before serving, and enjoy.
That's the smoke ring, or whatever. That's the, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, look at that. I mean, how could it not be? There's just a good combination of like salty, sweet. I don't know what smoked ribs are supposed to taste like, but these are pretty freaking good. I think the key is, well, low and slow, but look at, you can see like the smoke, with that trick of putting the barbecue sauce on, which is sugary, and then cooking it, letting it caramelize and get some color. You gotta make this. I approve. So go make it.